So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. My name is Stephan Reis, of course. We're here until 8 o'clock. It is Thursday morning. We have a busy second hour, so we're going to get to the busy first hour very quickly. Good morning to the regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally. Hope everybody is well rested and ready to go today. Be careful on the roads as you head out to your respective place, your workplace today. All right, and for those of you young people at home, be responsible, all right, which we know you are. For the most part. All right, because, we do dumb things when we're young. We all have. All right? We find all kind of things to do, But nevertheless, let's get straight into it this morning. I ain't even wasting no time. We go to the headlines this morning in the paper. We will have some stories. We'll see how best we could squeeze in as many calls as possible, because in the second hour, we have 3 interviews. One is with Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh. The other is with the St. Vincent car show, the auto show that will take place in St. Vincent, the Clash of the Islands. And then we have Dr. Watson coming up as well in the second hour. All right? So as we get things pumping this morning, Star seeks urgent care. 70-year-old complains of severe chest pains. No, wait, hold on. Sorry. That is yesterday's headline. Sorry. Right, nice. Up to date now. But that headline I want, That headline I want. Because see, that story that I ran yesterday, I don't know what is reporting these days. I really don't know. But we'll get to that. TTPS on high alert. Officers reported 11 bomb threats in 40-minute period yesterday, including at a mall, ministry, and 8 magistrates' courts. So security agencies across Trinidad and Tobago, including the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service, were placed on high alert yesterday after a series of 11 bomb threats targeted several courts, a shopping plaza, and a government ministry. The wave of threats received between 1 p.m. and 1:40 p.m. prompted an immediate response from law enforcement and emergency personnel who were deployed to locations stretching from Sangre Grande to Point Fortin, as well as Tobago, and the alleged threats targeted the Val Park Shopping Plaza in Valsayn, the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government at Kent House in Maraval, the Judicial Building in Bacolette, Tobago, and Magistrates Courts in Grande, Arima, Chaguanas, Couva, Princess Tong, San Fernando, Sipari, and Point Fortin. And the TTFS yesterday confirmed that all the affected locations were evaluated and subjected to strict security checks before being cleared for re-entry. A senior TTFS official said the flurry of calls arriving within such a short period appeared coordinated. Oh, all right. Commissioner of Police says intelligence info prompted his sudden departure from Trinidad and Tobago. So Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara has revealed that confidential information from the country's elite intelligence units led to his sudden departure from Trinidad and Tobago last week. And while remaining tight-lipped about the nature of the information, Guevara insisted yesterday that he followed all required protocols or procedures, and he breached no protocols. As a matter of fact, we have a clip courtesy TTT News. Gentlemen, you have that clip with the Commissioner of Police response. He responded to his critics yesterday. Go ahead, run that clip for me, courtesy TTT.
Alistair Guevara says his absence from the jurisdiction followed the established process and protocols after he was granted 5 days of emergency leave by the Minister of Homeland Security. In an audio release from the TTPS, Commissioner Guevara pushed back against speculation surrounding his absence and the appointment of an acting Commissioner of Police. He says the appointment of the acting Commissioner is governed by law and falls within the mandate of other bodies.
I am aware of the public commentary surrounding my absence and the appointment of an acting commissioner. That process does not fall within the remit of the TTPS or the Commissioner of Police. It is governed by law and the appropriate authorities acting in accordance with their respective mandates. For those who chose to politicize the matter, and attempted to manufacture a scandal and bacchanal. All I will say is this: your petticoat is showing.
The commissioner declined to disclose the reason for his emergency travel, saying he is not at liberty to discuss the matter. However, he is reassuring the public that the police service remained stable during his absence.
As for those who felt that Rome was burning in my absence, I want to reassure you that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is an institution built on structure, continuity, and contingency. It has a robust hierarchical framework supported by competent executive officers who are fully capable of maintaining operational stability at all times. Leadership transitions, temporary or otherwise, are not a crisis. They are part of the organization's design.
All right. Part of the organization's design, which is what we've been saying. There is a chain of command, and that's how it goes. And the Police Service Commission would have granted him the emergency leave, I believe, and then they would have appointed an assistant commissioner of police. I mean, hence the reason why, and one of the callers made mention of it yesterday, that's why you have roles like DCP. The D in DCP is for Deputy Commissioner of Police. So there is a chain of command. He said, for those who try to politicize the matter, your petticoat is showing. Oh my God, I wonder who that is directed to. Anyway, moving on from that type of bacchanal into another bacchanal, PNM trustees served court documents as Balizé House funding probe continues. Trustees of the People's National Movement were yesterday served with court documents as a police investigation into the funding of the party headquarters continues. And last month, High Court Judge Margaret Mohammed granted a preliminary unexplained wealth order requiring the party, through its trustees, to disclose how the multi-million-dollar project was financed. And the order was sought by the TTPS under the Civil Asset Recovery and Management and Unexplained Wealth Act, legislation introduced by the PNM while it was in government in 2019. And while in opposition, members of the current government, including Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, repeatedly questioned the financing of the project, alleging it was funded with illicitly obtained money. Well, they caught up with, I think, the media spoke to Sanjeev Budu out at the Balizé House yesterday when the documents were served. You have that, the document served clip, run it now.
As you are aware, there are court proceedings initiated by the police. We are respondents in the court matter, and they were just here to serve some documents. That's all.
And those documents is in relation to what specifically?
There are court proceedings initiated by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. An unexplained wealth order application was made. So those documents relate to that matter.
Could you give us a little details as to the contents of the documents? Because we know the matter is before the court right
now.
Yeah,
but I haven't read the documents. They just came, as you saw. So I haven't read the documents. We accepted service, and that's it.
And these officers from which unit?
I didn't even ask them. The police officers, they showed their badge, they bring the documents, we signed for it, and they left. These officers just came to serve some.
All right, so that's Sanjeev Budu there talking to reporters, clip to the CIN News. And he's saying, well, documents were served, right? Which they were yesterday. And for those of you who've been viewing the program, earlier on in the week, I went through some of that, some of the evidence that was put forward to justify the court order being served on Balizé House as questions continue into the funding of the project, which seems very, very odd that it just, listen, you must be honest and throw up your red flags, okay? And that's no pun intended to, I know PNM is red. But you cannot tell me that a project like that, and for those of you who don't understand the magnitude of that project, go by Tranquility Street and watch. Drive up Tranquility Street and go and see what people are talking about. It is a massive structure. And construction was going on every day while you're in government. And as soon as you lose the election, everything stops. That alone is a red flag. That, and I think it was last week, the former Prime Minister, Stuart Young, he was in the press conference that he spoke in, he say, I don't know what more about his house. You understand what I'm saying? So what is really going on? So he apparently is separating himself from that, and so it going. So, you know, and they didn't even want to receive the documents in the first instance. Imagine that they had to corner Foster Cummins in the airport, you know, to serve the first documents, you know. Remember that? They couldn't find the opposition leader. They couldn't find Marvin Gonzalez, right? All of them was running, hiding, bobbing, weaving. And his Foster Cummins was on a flight back to Trinidad and Tobago, and they went to the airport, and they cornered him in the airport. That is what, you know what it is to go through the, you know what it is to be looking at serve documents, right? You know the kind of trouble or patience you had to have, or the serious nature of serving of a court document, right? For you to park up by the airport and wait for a flight to come in. To corner a man coming off a plane. To say here, bam. When you have several members of that same organization that he represents in Trinidad and Tobago, sitting down in office all over the place, and for some reason or the other, none of them want to collect the document. Just think about that for a second. I tell you, you know, it ain't easy being green. Well, I guess red in this case. So moving on to the other headlines in the paper this morning. Let's get to this one. Sabga's lawyers seek family visits and medical access. This apparently is a follow-up story to the nonsense report that they ran yesterday. You remember that headline, Director? The one with the no medical attention? Right. This was yesterday. Star seeks urgent care. 70-year-old complains of severe chest pains, loses 27 pounds, but attorneys say repeated requests for doctors' visits have gone unanswered by the Commissioner of Police. That was the headline yesterday on the front page of The Guardian. Today, pull up the current headline now. Let me deal with that. The same one you're not right. Sabga's lawyers seek family visits, medical access. Hold on, Attorneys representing alleged murder conspirator Star Sabga have written to the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, requesting that 3 of her family members be allowed to visit her in keeping with what was done during her time in police custody, especially in light of health concerns now being raised by her. According to the letter dated August 14th and addressed to the TTPS attorney Dayadai Haripal and copied to Commissioner of Police Guevara and Gerald Ramdeen, one of the state's attorneys in the substantive matter, Attorney Carlin McLeod, asked that the relatives be allowed to visit her twice weekly. Now, while Guardian Media, hold on, hear this one, While Guardian Media received information that Sabga, age 70, was allowed to be seen by her doctor, Dr. Jacqueline Pereira Sabga, prior to the August 14 letter, McLeod again requested permission for her to be checked in this letter. In this letter, let me tell you something, you can't get away that easy. They tried to slip in a paragraph as if the report yesterday that they ran was some slight error and that they received information. Well, if you received information yesterday, how come you couldn't receive it before you print the article? That article yesterday saying that the Commissioner of Police is ignoring the lawyer's request is you put the man's office into disrepute. You attack the character of the Commissioner of Police. And you sought to give the impression that he was defying a court order that states that she has to get medical attention. Now, why did they suddenly receive information? Remember yesterday I told you all, I'm getting information that that report is inaccurate? Because we couldn't believe that the Commissioner of Police would reject a request for an elderly woman to get medical attention. Right? Pull up email one for me. And all this has been all over in the public space. But Guardian Media to be held accountable this morning. You understand? Because you can't keep doing that. Same thing with Amplia. The day before, the report, 150 workers, the contracts will not be renewed beyond September 30th because they're replacing Amplia with some other company. And the Minister of Public Utilities, Barry Padarat, had to come the next day now, talk to the board and ask what is going on there, where that report come from. And the board saying, well, we ain't make no decision to hire, to bring no other company in. We don't know about that. So where all they get the information that all they running these reports? Same thing with the Hilton. Oh, the Hilton ready to go, and they go and pack up shop and leave. And then when you hear when the information drop, it's because it had negotiations that was going on prior, under the previous administration. They couldn't close a deal. The current government changes, government came in. They had to have conversation with the people, reach an agreement, so on and so forth. And there was an extension, and then that extension will come to an end. Hilton want to know what's going on. They will obviously enter into more discussions with them and try and reach each other in the middle, right? But the way that they printed is like, oh God, they're closing down. And several other reports. They keep reporting the former Prime Minister, asking the current Prime Minister, and asking the UNC as a political party about visas. Why are you printing those articles when you ought to know, right? And it is public knowledge that it is the U.S. Embassy and not the government of Trinidad and Tobago and UNC that grants or revokes visas. So what are you printing that for? And I could call them out on about 9 other headlines because X and I have been counting. As of yesterday, they reached 12 that we could count. That was just totally misleading. So yesterday, these emails were released in response to that article, right? So the email simply read, from Carlin McLeod, the attorney, one of the attorneys representing Star Sabga, Dear Miss Harry Paul, Miss Harry Paul is the lawyer for the Commissioner of Police. I write to thank you and your clients for permitting Dr. Jacqueline Pereira Sabga to attend our client today in satisfaction terms of the order of Justice Paul Herring. We inform that Dr. Pereira Sabga has just reported that she attended upon our client with the express permission of the 2 police officers stationed at our client's home who recorded her attendance and entry. She has also informed us that with our client's consent, the female police officer stationed at our client's home was physically present within ear and eye shot of the entirety of the examination, and that she had no communication with our client other than in the presence of the said female police officer. Yours faithfully, Carlin McLeod, attorney at law in Victor's Chamber. That email number 1 dated the 1st of August. In that article yesterday, Guardian mentions that they wrote on the 28th and the 29th of July or wherever, but did not get a response from the Commissioner of Police. So that would mean that they wrote on the 28th and the 29th, requesting that Ms. Sabga get medical attention. And now, on the 1st of August, just 72 hours later, the lawyer is thanking the lawyer for the Commissioner of Police for the medical visit, which means that after writing on the 28th or the 29th, the medical treatment occurred either on the 30th or the 31st of July. Because he's writing now on the 1st of August to say thanks. That is one medical visit that she had. Good? Nice. Give me the email too. Yeah. This is his second email. Subject RE, reiterated request for Commissioner of Affidavits attendance to comply with court order and medical attendant, right? This is on the 16th of August. Further to your email on Friday, the 14th of August, right? Because they had to be talking about the 14th, right? Because guys were in this report today, but they try to deflect away from the bad report, the false reporting that they made yesterday. Good? Friday the 14th of August 2026 at 1:08 p.m. and to our letter of the same date, the attendees upon Mr. Sabga at 502 Regent Towers, Regent Park, Westmoreland are as follows. Mrs. Mona Nahus Al-Rawi will attend tomorrow, Monday the 17th of August 2026 at 4 p.m. for the purpose of taking instructions as indicated in your letter dated the 15th of August 2026. Dr. Jacqueline Pereira Sabga will attend tomorrow, Monday the 17th of August 2026 at 4:30 p.m. That is 2 visits. That is 2 visits. One just Monday here. Today's Thursday. But yesterday they saying, chest pain, she lose about 27 pounds, repeated attempts for medical, for a doctor to visit and medical treatment or whatever. No response from Commissioner of Police. Why is all doing that? Who you get your information from? Now I was about to ask Colin McLeod, what says him? Right? Because he is the author of these emails, as he's the one communicating with the attorney for the Commissioner of Police. But Colin McLeod and they sent another email and another correspondence to Ms. Harry Paul yesterday. Let me get email 3. I tell you can't make up these things, you know. You cannot make it up. You just cannot. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Right, this is the header. Colin McLeod addressed to Ms. Dayadai, Harry Paul, attorney at law, blah, 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 blah. Right, nice. 19th of August, Only watch the date. Give me email 4. Let me go down to right, let me get to that part there. We note that on today's date, the 19th of August, which was yesterday, The Guardian and various other news outlets carried a report that our client has not been permitted access to medical treatment for the last 3 weeks. Please be advised that we did not provide any correspondence to any member of the media. I will repeat that. This is the lawyer saying, please be advised, to the Commissioner of Police lawyer, please be advised that we did not provide any correspondence to any member of the media. Had we done so, we would have informed them that our client was permitted access by Dr. Jacqueline Pereira Sabga as of Monday the 17th of August 2026, following upon our letter of the 14th of August 2026 in which we stated that if we did not hear from you, we would proceed to the Honorable Court. Kindly acknowledge receipt of this letter. So you have the lawyer now saying, hey, we see that report, you know, and that report is inaccurate, you know. And we didn't talk to no media. So if the lawyers didn't talk to your Guardian, if you didn't get the information from the lawyer, where your information came from? Where your information came from? Where it came from? And Dr. Jacqueline Pereira Sabga, if you are the doctor that's seeing Ms. Sabga, Mr. Sabga, and you have seen her at least twice, we could check. Before August the 1st, and now on the 17th of August, because there's confirmation that the doctor did see her on the 17th on Monday, right? So that is 2 visits. So if that is the case, what say you about that report? Were you the source of information? Where did they get that information from? And if that information could have come out so quick yesterday, because while I was talking about it here, the emails came out here and it came to my phone. But I didn't read it yesterday because I tell all you, I'm getting information and that report is wrong. And if it is wrong, then They have to be held to some kind of order. Prior Bihari is the head of MAT. What says you? Or is MAT some toothless organization with no backbone? No, seriously. And no apology, you know. No apology, you know. All they print today is one paragraph saying, while Guardian Media received information that Sabga 870 was allowed to be seen by a doctor, after you run a report and putting in people's head a whole report, you know, long so, you know, that the commissioner of police denied an elderly woman medical attention as laid out in a court order that she has to get medical attention when needed, and you are saying that the commissioner of police denied an elderly woman and the fire court order and bring the man office and his character into disrepute, and all we get the next day is one paragraph saying, while Guardian Media received information that Sabga 870 was allowed to be seen by a doctor, and that's it. And then it goes on. Dr. Jacqueline Pereira Sabga, prior to the August 14 letter, McLeod again requested permission for her to be checked in this letter. Where's that? Where's that? We always get all the information from. And you know what's the even more interesting thing? You know what's the more interesting thing? Who owns Guardian Media? Who owns Guardian Media? I know, but who owns Guardian Media? Who owns Guardian Media? Sabga. Is that Sabga then? So I'm just saying, if the owners are a direct source. So even if you write in a report, and you could double check. So my question is, where did your source of information come from for you to bring the man's office and character into disrepute? And then in the report yesterday, there was a psychologist, Dr. Sean Mills, I believe his name is, right? Or the Mills or something so. And in the report yesterday, he jumped out and started talking about it against the UN Charter and human rights and all of these things, right? And I'm just saying to Mr. De Mills, or I can't remember the name, I don't have the article in front of me, but I think it's a psychologist named Dr. Sean De Mills. You, my brother, I don't know what information you had that they catch you to make a comment, but your comment is not, your name, right, is now associated with a commentary in a report that was totally inaccurate. And boy, you know, you don't just come the next day and just hit your one-liner while we receive. So why you couldn't receive that information before? Look how easy that information come out yesterday. Speed, bam. So you telling me none of them call the commissioner of police lawyer? There was no communication with the commissioner of police and the commissioner of police lawyer, so that they could have given a correspondence saying, no, she has gotten 2 visits, I'll send you, so and so. And then they realized, okay, well, all right, yeah. So whoever gave you the information that led to you writing the article, it was wrong information. What is all they doing over there? What's going on? Anyway, we go into the break. But before we go to the break, the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited, if you have ever considered a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology, why not call the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited? And they are now enrolling for September 2026. You can learn from the experts of 40 years in the field. You can train for a job in the fastest growing industry in the world. And they are registered with the Ministry of Education. They are also registered with the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago for a gate-funded massage diploma, and they're also registered with the National Training Agency to teach cosmetology level 2 CVQ. You can call now on 658-3907, or you could WhatsApp them on 496-1111. You can visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com, and check them out today. Also, as we proceed, I want to remind you guys that today's Chef Shiraz's birthday, boy. We'll get to many birthday segment here, but it being Chef's birthday, Chef has said if you call today, yes, if you call today to get registered for the food costing, restaurant and catering operations, which is a one-day workshop, it will take place at Ramsing Plaza in Chagonas. If you call today, you will get in at $500. You can get 50% off. All you need to do, because it takes place this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., is call Chef or message him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. It is almost full, but I think there's 2 or 3 spaces left, so 2 or 3 lucky people might get in at half price. So don't waste the opportunity. Get in today. All right? And finally, elders. Let me just give you some information on elders as we proceed. Right? So congratulations on completing your CXC and CSEC exams. Feeling uncertain about your next steps? Look no further. Elders is excited to announce free CAPE classes, including CAPE Law, taught by the esteemed Mrs. Pamela Elder SC. Disappointed with your CSEC results? Don't give up. Your journey isn't over. Step into success with Elders classes, where a legacy of exceptional teaching helps students rise, rebuild, and reach their full potential. They offer a diverse range of CSEC subjects at SAT prep and SAT prep classes at affordable rates and flexible times. Explore their offerings on Facebook and Instagram, or reach out to them at 6278632 or 7155480 for more details. Elders, tried, trusted, and definitely proven. All right, we're going to take the first break. When we come back, we will get to the phone lines. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Yeah. Hey, Adelisha.
Hi, Kimari.
Going on with your left hand, so?
Well, I just come from Trinidad, but I got what's things with tuition, the stationary. My parents got for it right now.
You know, last year I was going through the same thing, but then I have a partner. He showed me Elders. I started screaming, I don't know the name Elders. Watch out. I had to do over my maths. All I had to do was pay to do over the maths. I get to do CAPE free. And after CAPE, they give you opportunities to go abroad and study. It's a real good school. Elders is the greatest. I'm telling you. If you want to go now, like, go and sign up, you soon.
We are tried, trusted, and proven.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, $5,000. Second place, $3,000. Third place, $2,000. Fourth place, $1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
Are love problems, marriage issues, financial struggles, or business setbacks affecting your life? Pandit Tiwari is a trusted spiritual specialist helping people finding guidance, solutions, and peace. Whether you are facing relationship problems, family disputes, marriage difficulties, financial obstacles, or business challenges, Pandit Tiwari provides personalized spiritual assistance to help you move forward with confidence. Don't let problems control your future. Your solution could be just one call away. Call Pandit Tiwari today. Pandit Tiwari, your path to happiness, success, and peace.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secure parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we are back on Breaking Dawn this morning. We're just about 15 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. And we have, well, like I said, we have tons of interviews this morning. So I'm trying to get all of them done this morning within the time that we have until 8 o'clock, right? So as we return, I want to introduce you here to our first guest in studio, Dr. Shavir Musai. He is the medical doctor at the National Blood Transfusion Service. And otherwise, in other words, he works with the Ministry of Health.
Correct.
Nice man. Dr.
Yes.
Musai, good morning, man. Yeah, man, you're young, boy. You're young, you have some gray in the beard, you know, but you're looking young, All right, so welcome to Breaking Dawn. Now, as you will see on this flyer, if we could get it up very quickly as I start the conversation, the Northwest Regional Health Authority and the NCC in collaboration, is it?
Correct.
Right, so it's the NWRHA and the NCC.
Yeah. So all blood drives in the country are hosted by the regional health authorities.
Right.
So the NWRHA is hosting this blood drive, but it is being facilitated, promoted by the NCC, National Carnival Committee.
Okay, brilliant, man.
Yeah.
All right, so now first off, it will take place next week, Wednesday, the 26th of August. All right, I think that's the first game TKR have in the Oval too. Right. So you can go and give your blood and get to the Oval after and watch your cricket, right? Nice. But it's called Carnival in the Blood Drive.
Yes.
All right, so Carnival in the Blood, I know Carnival is next year. So because it's the NCC as they're throwing a little kind of...
Yeah, again, the whole thing about blood drives in the country, we're trying to ramp it up, all right?
Right.
There's an importance for blood donation. And the NCC is hosting this together with the NWRHA next week, Wednesday. This will be at Grandstand.
Right.
In the Queen's Park, Savannah. And yes, so I mean, the whole thing about these blood drives and donating blood voluntarily is you want it to be a community venture. And, you know, I guess Grandstand, Carnival, that is something so close to home for Trinidadians and Tobagonians. So no better place to host it than in Grandstand.
Right.
And Carnival in Me Blood, I think, is a real good title for it too.
Yeah, I like it, Carnival in Me Blood, because it is, this is the home of Carnival, this is the Mecca. All right, so now in terms of, let's say, donating blood, how does one qualify?
Yes, so good question. So we have strict eligibility criteria, but generally speaking, if you are 18 years and older, so 17-year-olds could donate with parental consent, but 18 years and older can donate. There's no upper age limit. You have to weigh, well, historically more than 50 kilograms, which is 110 pounds. Now we could take people who are slightly under that, but we take less blood from them. There's certain criteria. You know, we would always say make sure to have a good night's sleep, make sure you to have a good breakfast. You need to be hydrated before you donate blood. So drinking about half a liter of water beforehand to get your circulation going, get the veins popping and so on. The other criteria would, you know, on the day the nurses will go through a mini interview, confidential of course, to make sure that you can donate. They will also do a small finger prick blood test to make sure that your hemoglobin, which is your blood level, is high enough and you're not anemic. We don't want to take blood from somebody who already have a low level.
Okay.
So there's a lot of safety checks in place. And what people don't actually know is they think it's a, you know, although we say the process might take just under an hour, it's not an hour with the needle in your arm, you know. That could take about 5-10 minutes.
Right.
But, you know, you have to go, have the checks done, you get a mini health check, interview and so on, and then they draw the blood and you rest afterwards.
Okay, how much, what is the quantity of blood they usually take?
So they normally take about 450 mils of blood, all right? And your body replenishes that pretty quickly. So your body produces billions, if not trillions of blood cells every day.
Okay.
So you tend to replenish that pretty quickly. Nonetheless, we say after you donate, you're lying down and you're sitting down for a good 15 minutes just to make sure you're okay. Older individuals can donate, and again, this is why we say make sure to be well fed beforehand, well hydrated beforehand.
And one donor, let's say one 440 ml, is it?
Yeah, 450 ml.
450 ml, right. So 450 ml, one contribution of 450 ml, how many people you can assist with that?
Yeah, so up to 3 people. What happens?
Really?
Yep, so what happens when they take that blood, we call it whole blood, they spin it down and they make red blood cells that people know of as blood, but you make 2 other components, well actually 3 other components. Platelets that help you with clotting the blood, so people on chemotherapy might need that. Plasma, so when people have big bleeds or bad burns or trauma, they need that. And then we have a few other blood products made as well for specific situations. So one donation could save up to 3 people. And, you know, I work in the hospitals as well, and just trust me when I tell you, every single day, people need blood, and we don't have enough.
Right.
All right, so it might be a pregnant woman who's just given birth, and she's bled heavily, or there's an issue with her baby, and having that blood available now is what could make the difference. If you need surgery, you might need blood for your heart surgery, hip surgery, whatever it may be. If you have cancer and you need chemotherapy, you may need a blood transfusion. You know, if you're in a road traffic accident, you might be in A&E fighting for your life, and it's that blood that will save you. So giving up an hour of your day to just go, donate to the pool for the country, you will save somebody. Okay. And I mean that. That blood is not going to waste. There's always somebody who will need that.
Wow. What is the current stock?
Yeah, so if we put it in figures, we need about 45,000 donations per year. All right, per year.
It's plenty blood, boy.
Yeah. we currently have about 18 to 19,000 per year. So we're just under half. All right, the percentage.
So every year we under about half of what is required.
Correct.
Okay.
So when I say what is required, the current situation we have now is this replacement system and the chits. I don't know if you know about it. Your family or friends need blood, you go and donate. When they need the blood for their surgery or whatever, you get a chit, and then they use that chit to say, look, we've donated, I want my relative to have blood.
Right.
That situation has always been there, and we know it doesn't work, but it's the situation we have. We know from around the world, the countries that have a sustainable blood supply, all the blood comes from voluntary donors, meaning if 1 to 2 people per 100 in Trinidad donated voluntarily twice a year, we would no longer need this chit system. If your relative, your mom, your dad needs surgery, they don't have to ask you to go and donate, and if you're in A&E in hospital, you need the blood, you're not scrambling.
Right.
All right, so what you're doing is you're building up a pool, and everybody in the country could pull from that pool.
Right.
Rather than, I'm not going to donate, and one day, if mommy or daddy need blood, well, I will go and donate then.
Okay.
You're building up a pool.
A pool. But what about blood type?
Yeah, so blood type is important. All right, you always have to make sure the blood is well matched. O negative is the what they call the universal blood type, meaning in an emergency, if you're really not sure and you don't have time to do all the tests, you can give that to somebody and it will be safe. But generally speaking, most of the transfusions we give, you have to match the blood type, and that's why we need people from all different backgrounds to donate. All right, so you get in multiple different blood types.
All right. I see here that it improves heart health as well. Is that for the giver or the getter?
So generally speaking, I mean, people talk about donating blood and your body replenishing it and cardiovascular benefits. Now, it's not like it's protective against, heart disease in general. There sometimes might be a bit of, misinformation about blood. The biggest draw for giving blood is the altruistic aspect of it. Saving somebody else, helping someone else. Now, when you go to donate blood, because they do various checks, you get a bit of a medical.
Right.
All right, they check in, your blood pressure, they check in your weight, they check your hemoglobin level. So sometimes people go there, something flags up, they go to a hospital, they get a checkup, and then, they might find out something that they didn't have.
Oh, okay. Nice, man. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. It's always good to find. Well, I don't know, it's not always good. People fear finding out things that they didn't know,
I understand that.
That's one reason why people don't go to the doctor,
Well, I am similar, and men are worse than women.
You're similar as the doctor?
I am a doctor, and sometimes, and my wife will say, look, go and get a checkup. Men have that bravado, and we sometimes don't want to do it. But,
women more likely to go to the doctor. I guess they have more needs, more,
Well, I guess, they don't have that ego that they don't need that,
But men, I've always said that, men, we just do like to go to the doctor. And the doctor said he and all do like that's what you do. You're going to get, you said there's mini health checks as well.
Correct. So everybody who donates blood has to be checked. We need to make sure that the blood donor is safe.
What kind of checks are we talking about here?
So the sort of checks that we do their vitals.
Right.
All right. So things like blood pressure, weight, and so on. We check their hemoglobin level. Right. So some people are anemic. Right. That's when their blood level is low. And other than that, we do a mini health interview just to make sure that that blood donor is safe to donate. Not just for them as a donor, but remember, there's somebody at the end of that donation receiving the blood. So we have strict criteria sometimes, such as travel criteria. All right, so if you've been to South America or Sub-Saharan Africa in the last 3 months, you can't donate. If you've had a recent tattoo, you have to wait 3 months. So most deferrals, there's a time limit on it.
Okay.
Pregnancy, you're waiting at least 6 weeks to donate. Okay. So there's certain things. So you can donate, but it's always knowing about the criteria. And we do have this list on the Ministry of Health website. We are trying to update everything as well.
Right.
All right.
And what sort of people when I say sort of people, what is the most common, how could I put it, boy, issue that people deal with where they need blood regularly? Would it be like kidney issues?
Oh, I see
things
what
like
you're
that,
asking. Well, generally speaking, the biggest issue where people, I guess, need blood, all right, we could break it down into 3 categories, really.
Right.
All right, so people who need elective surgery or urgent surgery,
Okay.
they need blood before they go in, because sometimes if their blood level is too low, the surgeon may not want to operate in case there's blood loss. All right. The other thing is in emergency, so accident and emergency.
Right.
All right, people in hospital, they need it urgently. And the third one would be people with blood disorders and cancers.
Blood disorders and cancers.
And cancers,
Okay.
because their bone marrow that makes all the blood is depleted. And in order to, so people with sickle cell disease or thalassemia, to live life, you might be a 3-year-old girl, you need blood every month to survive.
Right.
Or if you have a cancer, again, to give chemotherapy, because the chemotherapy depletes your blood supply, you need it. So those would be the 3 big categories. And the big issue really is a lot of times just because there's not enough, you're making a decision, a very difficult decision as to, okay, where does the blood go? And you always give it, you try to give it to the person who needs it the most
You prioritize,
now.
you gotta prioritize. Because,
Exactly.
yeah.
And this is why this voluntary blood donation concept, just go in the same way people go to church or temple or mosque. You go twice a year, all right? But you're giving to the pool. You don't just give when somebody you know needs it.
And you're giving something that you have.
You're giving...
In most cases, people can't give because they don't have to give.
Exactly.
But this is something that you have.
Your body will replenish that blood
in
days normally. And you're giving a piece of your human tissue to someone else. You might walk past that person on the street, never know who it is, but they might be walking with their family because you gave part of you to them.
To them, yeah. For the donor here, very quickly, after giving the blood now,
yes,
right? I know you said it replenishes,
yes,
quite quickly.
Yeah.
But is there any protocols that one should be aware of after giving blood?
Yes.
Like don't drive or something like, you know, sometimes you take medication, then you don't go and drive. And
correct. So we would normally say, so after you donate blood, you're waiting about 15-20 minutes. You know, we have refreshments on site to make sure you're well hydrated.
Okay.
All right. And we say for the rest of the day, no heavy lifting. So going to the gym or playing, you know, active. So just take it easy. All right. And that's usually it. Ensuring that you're eating well, hydrating, avoiding strenuous activity. If somebody is on the older end, let's say a 74-year-old person wanted to donate, all right, and say they felt a bit, you know, woozy afterwards or so on, it's always sensible. It's just practical information. Make sure you have somebody with you who can drive. But for younger people, there's no issue.
There's no issue.
Because if you get up and you're feeling unwell, sun hot or something, then, you know, the nurses are there to check on you and make sure you're fine.
Okay, brilliant. So people, we want to invite you to be as generous as you can be and to go out next week, Wednesday, August the 26th. It takes place from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it takes place at the Grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah. It is Carnival in Me Blood Drive. All right, brought to you by the NWRHA and, of course, the NCC, the National Carnival Commission. And I see here our good friends at Guiltless Gourmet also on board.
Yeah, so a few sponsors. There's Guiltless Yogurt.
Right.
There is ATFS Limited and KFC. So, so 3 sponsors. Again, we cannot do all of these with the RHA alone. We are dependent on organizations in the community. This is all voluntarism. Yeah. And so it's good to...
Nice, man.
To say thanks to them.
It's good to see people stepping up and for the cause, man, and coming in. And what is ATFS Limited?
So I believe it's Ali's Trading and Federal
and
Spices Limited. They're one of the sponsors.
Sponsors as well.
Yes.
Okay. Nice, man. So we could acknowledge them. Say good morning to the fine folks out there. Now this is open to the public, and you know, several benefits to giving blood. All right, as laid out by Dr. Musai. But we want to encourage you guys, please go out and do this, support, give some blood, and save a life, or 3, as a matter of fact. Okay?
Yes. No, of course, yeah. You're saving more than one life.
That's right.
One donation.
All right, so we want to thank Dr. Musai for coming in this morning.
Yes.
And chatting with us. It was a pleasure to have you. For more information, guys, you can go to the website. You can visit www.ttcarnival365.com for updates. That is www.ttcarnival365.com for updates. And you can also find them on Instagram and Facebook at ttcarnival365. That is at ttcarnival365. The NCC and the NWRHA in collaboration here for this blood drive. And we need to up the donations. As you heard the doctor said, we are just below half of what we need on an annual basis.
Yeah. And I just want to reiterate, if let's say, if 2 people per 100 donated voluntarily twice a year, we don't have to ask for chits again. There would be enough blood to go around for everybody.
For everybody.
2 per 100 people, that's all we need.
Nice one. All right, so I'll tell you what, keep it right here on Breaking Dawn. We will continue. Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh is up next, and given everything that's happening with WASA workers and the CWU and SWWTU and all these unions, it should be a very interesting 15 minutes with Mr. Narayan Singh. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Thanks again to Dr. Musai.
Thank you.
Nice one. Be back.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, so we are back, people, and as promised, we have Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh with us for 15 minutes this morning. Next week he has 30, this week he has 15. We're 10 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. We're going on, man. All right, so we get straight into it because we have 15. Union Bacchanal again, boy, union business. This last week, since we last spoke, and last week we spoke about the steel plant and so on and so forth. Yeah. We've had several unions. I think the NUGFW they have gotten their 10%, and that will those negotiations.
This is WASA.
This is the NUGFW. Right, they deliberated.
Right, so they got a 10%.
They got a 10% and they settle and everything, so their salaries will kick in down the road. However, WASA had an issue, and the issue that WASA had that triggered the whole drama was that HR got the proposal was sent to HR, and HR did not advance it to the board, so that the board could advance it to cabinet for approval.
Right.
And what happened is that PSA is saying they sent it since January.
Right.
And HR, we in August, and HR had not advanced it to, and that is what triggered that action that we saw last week, right? Okay. That led to the Minister of Public Utilities joining the PSA earlier this week.
Right.
And then you have the CWU, the Communication Workers Union, who are also clamoring for their increase and so on and so forth.
This is TSTT.
Yes.
Yes, that's
right. So this is TSTT drama. Yeah. And then you have some of these unions saying that politicians and union leaders should not be aligning with each other, given the relationship between the PSA and the current administration. I see a laugh at that.
Sorry.
So, I mean, and then the CWU was threatening to dong tools today.
Right.
Yesterday, sorry.
Right.
Being Wednesday.
Right.
The Minister of Public Utilities and TSCT came out and said, well, you can't do that because you are essential workers.
In
right.
With the act.
And it would be in breach, right? So what are your thoughts on all this action that's going on right now? It seems highly entertaining.
Well, listen, I had to laugh because, if you look at the history of Trinidad and Tobago, when you look at over the years, decades of politics in Trinidad and Tobago, you'd realize that trade unions have made themselves an integral part of the process. Over the years. And you go all the way back, you could even go all the way back to Butler days. And you work your way forward to when we became an independent nation. And you had all these strikes and all these things going on. unions were engaging with politicians for years, and unions were forming political parties for years. Let me tell you, it is my...
Oh, God.
All right, how does a trade union leader become a trade union leader? Do you know?
No, well, he has to be elected by the
Correct.
the membership.
Yes, and you've seen the public records will show that you've had some situations where the internal elections become quite political.
Yes.
And you've seen it, right? The fact of the matter is, unions are mini countries. Because they are politicians.
Okay.
Now, they don't like to acknowledge the fact that their system and their structure is one and the same as the title of politicians.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of how their internal structures are.
Yeah, because I mean, we've seen the former president of the PSA. Okay, we could go back as far back as Jennifer Pattis. She was the president.
Even further back than
we go
that.
in further back than that, right? We could throw in Watson Duke in the mix. He got into politics. We've seen Leroy Batiste, he's now the Minister of Labour.
Everybody.
We see Clyde Elder, who was the former president of the Communication Workers Union. He is now a minister in the Ministry of Public Utilities.
You could go all the way back to Pandey.
You could go Pandey, you could go to Basdale, Pandey. Yes.
Right? Now, the reality is this, right? And in my opinion, and you know what's worse than even the politicians? In the trade union fraternity, there's no opposition when you're in power, you know.
Okay.
No opposition,
all right.
right?
Okay. All right.
Now, all right. Now, let's. It
Interesting
doesn't
point,
have any
yes.
opposition, right? So somebody met me. A guy met me, and he was asking me. He was like, you know, what's your role at the trade union? It's a matter of fact. And he said, because how come they make decisions and it doesn't align with business? I said, the role of a trade unionist is not to align their agendas with business interests. The role of a trade union leader is to advance the interests of the membership.
Right.
But sometimes you have to ask yourself, when you see some of the decisions being made and the comments being made and the actions being taken, is it really aligned with the interests of the membership? And when you see them getting into contention with politicians and you know all these things, you have to ask yourself that.
Yeah.
Now, for me, for different unions to be calling for trade unions to not be aligned with politicians, I am of the opinion that could be an opinion. That will always be an opinion. But the reality is all unions operate on their own accord. So it is not any other union's business or interest to determine what the other union or other union membership would want. So, for example, what's going on now is, if you look at the previous, politicians come and go. You know, we have all these changes all the time. Union leaders come and go, right? The reality is, you have to ask yourself, just like how you look at the country and you say, is the country better for the decisions that it has made in choosing or selecting its political leaderships for its country? The same thing goes for unions.
Right.
And the government is the employer. In all what we are talking about, all that you're referring to, the government is the employer. WASA's employer is the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the government. TSTT's employer. Same thing with corporations and so on and so forth, right? Recently, I saw bankers, insurance and general workers trade union settled a negotiation with Works Credit Union, I think it is.
Yes.
I think there was some industrial action or something to that. I may be wrong.
Yeah,
there was some, or there was.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was in the papers as well. That was
I
in
saw
the
it was
news.
also
They
settled.
were calling on the Prime Minister to investigate the union.
But I
credit
didn't
union.
see a line minister or a politician get involved in that.
No.
Now, the Ministry of Labour got involved in that, which is normal. It's a normal escalation process for when unions have contention in negotiations, right? Like when we were in ArcelorMittal and there was contention, it escalated sometimes to the Ministry of Labour. So that's normal. The Ministry of Labour has a role to play in under its conciliatory division in supporting these processes. And the Minister of Labour has that ability to get involved, being the minister in charge of that. Now, when you see other ministers getting involved, line ministers getting involved in negotiations, you have to really ask yourself, you know, what is their jurisdictional authority in getting involved, save and except political influence. You have to call a speed, right? But over the years, line ministers have in fact gotten involved. You know, moral suasion, lending support to the Ministry of Labor, all of these things has a part to play. The reality, if you want to look at it from from the technical standpoint of what constitutes good and proper practices and transparent process, it would be for the process to escalate to the Ministry of Labor and then subsequently to the Industrial Court. Right? And if you remember when the issues had come up with the nurses and they were clamoring about going on strike and whatever, there was a point that I made. There's a process. I've been saying this for years. As a matter of fact, if you go back on public records, when there was I think under the previous government, there was also a breakdown. There was a point. There is an established process for negotiations to escalate all the way to the court, right? And all of this is geared towards preventing unnecessary contention and conflict at a public level.
Okay.
So for me, all of this, and as a citizen, this is theatrics. And
theatrics by whom? The union leaders?
Well,
the unions?
everybody who is in the leadership, who are in leadership's role. It's all about everybody trying to get a slice of the attention, in my opinion. The opportunity for, you know, sensationalizing this whole thing. The reality is there's a clinical process established in law.
And that's the thing, you know, I mean, Padarat had to go and reassure the workers that, hey, we're not reneging on the 10%, you know. You're getting your 10%.
Yeah, but he didn't really have to go. You see, in my opinion,
he didn't really have to go?
No, the fact that he had to go there tells me that even the workers, the union membership, maybe even persons who are involved representing the CPU and all these other people, or the WASA, it tells me that they are all, in my opinion, focusing in the wrong direction in terms of what constitutes a transparent process. Why does a politician have to go and reassure people of what is being presented on the table as agreement?
Because as it relates to the negotiations, I mean, I'm looking at social media and some of the comments and things, and you get the understanding that people really don't understand how the process works. People have been saying, oh, and all went and follow them, and what happened now, all the time. But there is a process taking place, right? Now that process, I would believe, the workers and the unions themselves would want all of these negotiations, they would want to come to some sort of conclusion before the next budget.
Yeah.
Because you would want it, the Minister of Finance, to allocate whatever monies has to be allocated for the next fiscal year. Because you want your salaries to kick in as fast as possible and be up to date as quick as possible. So I could see why the unions are clamoring right now. You see the SWWTU talking about the overtime payments, which is some $337 million in overtime payments. And then you have them also clamoring for their wage negotiations because they have some people on 2014 salary. Now everything seems to be coming on this administration.
Yeah, it is.
And they want it now, as opposed to the 10 years that passed where nothing was done and everybody was quiet. They were very silent. You didn't see this type of clamoring before going into a budget and that kind of thing, right? But I just think that, and look, from a workers' perspective or a union perspective, it's fair game.
It is.
I will clamor and make noise because I want to get this done before, I want to have my thing inside before the next fiscal year.
Well, this government seems to be...
Before the next appropriation bill.
Having more guts. As opposed to the previous government. In my opinion, all of these commitments being made, the question, I mean, and we've had a lot of economists come out and talk about this. Where is the money really going to come from?
Yeah.
Right? But I think that if you look at what has happened in the last 10 years, the last government tried to play it safe. So you saw a lot of closures of business and national institutions as opposed to taking a chance. You saw a lot of kicking the can down the road as opposed to taking action.
Right.
So what is happening is this government seems to be taking action by all indication. The problem with that is that it becomes, as you say, fair game for everybody now, because now everybody's now thinking, well, if they're taking a chance, well, I want mine. Now here's the next thing. I know we have a few more minutes, so I want to touch quickly on something. This concept of negotiations. Unfortunately, politicians have, and even some trade union leaders, they have politicized the concept of negotiations and the settlement process in terms of what you agree to, and made it into something that is not supposed to be. And let me tell you the simplicity of it, Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, you, Stephan. Here's the thing. When you look at a settlement for 10%, right? It looks as if somebody just pulled that out of the air, right? It does. Because when you hear people say, well, he get 10%, or she get 10%, or they get 10%, so I should get 10%. It appears that people are just getting onto a bandwagon, as opposed to the persons, the stakeholders of whatever entity, getting involved and having a real conversation about what that institution can really afford. Because negotiations is supposed to be tied to a process where representation of a workforce has a conversation with representation of a company, the management of a business, and they agree to what has been achieved, what can be achieved, and the value of that, what goes to the workforce based on the success outcomes of the business. But you know what's going on? Over the years, this has been going on for a while. Over the years, what has happened is that the union representation disconnect themselves from the realities of the business, right? Now, it's not their business or their responsibility to make management decisions when it comes to the overarching business. But they carry a measure of responsibility. They're a stakeholder, right? And their process and their discussion has to align with that. And I do not know any business owner that will disregard any opportunity for advancing the business interest. And this is why there's a downfall with our public sector institutions. Everything comes back to our national treasury, our national purse, as opposed to the singularity of the institution being able to account for itself and afford its overhead costs. So for me, all of this goes back to the central government, as opposed to a proper analysis of what's going on with this institution and whether it can afford the salaries that the workers are applying for, and whether there is a cost benefit being derived for the operation of that business going forward, the service, the quality of the service.
Because production.
Correct.
Production has to be taken into consideration. You can't come and clamor for a 10% increase, but your production and your service is piss poor. Your performance has to be tied.
You can, but you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. But your performance ought to be tied. The performance of the organization on all levels has to be tied to your increase or lack thereof, right?
Should be
tied.
Yeah.
I think in TSCG's case, I think they'd seen a very profitable year. I think their profits increased this last year as opposed to the year before.
Right.
So workers could look at that and say, well,
could make sense.
We deserve more.
Right.
And that's all well and good. I agree with that. If the company's making money and they're turning a profit and it's growing, that profit margin is growing every year, the workers ought to be rewarded, right? Because by some sort of incentive, if even not a salary increase of 10%, a 5% salary increase and some other incentive to make up the next 5%, right? So I mean, they have to be tied together. We spoke about that. Performance, production, these kind of things, and a lot of people now the people, right? Like us, the public, right? Who have to use these public services.
Right.
There are people who will say, boy, this service is worse. right? And you try to call, and then you get the automated response, and you're going wrong in a circle, and then you get more frustrated. And you say, but the service, I'm not getting the type of service that I ought to get for paying this bill.
Quality output.
Right, so the quality of the output. And then, you as the public now will measure the performance of the company. But then the company turns $200 million profit for the year, and you're like, okay, is it really based on performance, or is it based on demand? Right?
All of these things play a factor.
All of these things fall into a bracket, right? We're out of time, but interesting discussion. Just real quick here. Steel Union, the Steel Workers Union.
Yeah,
They made a call to be part of the Prime Minister said, look, I hear all you know, but I'm not giving all a preference. That's all she said. She just said, I'm not going to give you all preference. Well, it is open.
The truth is, and I'll say this in 15 seconds, the truth is, Trinidad and Tobago, the reality is that the facility that went up for sale and got sold to this new business entity, the reality is that new business entity has nothing to do with the transgressions of ArcelorMittal Point Research Limited.
Yeah.
So that's two separate issues, and it has to be recognized for what it is. And in my opinion, the Prime Minister is absolutely within her jurisdiction to stay out of a private sector business initiative. Right. Now, the trade union has an absolute right to apply for its successorship, and it has an absolute right to make the call. Nothing is wrong with that. But the Prime Minister as well is absolutely right to stay out of that. Yeah. Because the political, previous political regime that had the ability to get involved when that private sector, ArcelorMittal, was inviting them to, that was a whole different story. This institution is very, very different and distinct. So, the Prime Minister, in my opinion, I am happy that she is respecting the sanctity of private sector business enterprise. And I think what the trade union fraternity, the Steelworkers Union was intending was to really have the Prime Minister make recommendations on their behalf to the entity. And she's decided that she's not going to get involved. So it's really up to them now to do their part. And there's a legal process for that. And
for that as well, right?
Yeah. But
I think she's just taken the position, I will not show favor.
Yeah, good.
And your members, while there are other people that are also qualified that will go to the back of the line. It is open game, everybody.
But I am certain, Stephan, that the Steelworkers Union, they have the competency and they have the legal ability to do what they need to do to follow their to establish their interests in the process that's underway. Yeah,
right.
I'm not concerned with that.
All right, so we want to thank Mr. Narayan Singh for joining us this morning, of course, and you can contact him with the numbers on the screen. If you need any assistance with, your business and things like that, helping your business to grow, or any industrial relations issues that you may need resolved or you might need advice on, Mr. Narayan Singh, of course, you can reach out to him for that as well. So we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined via Zoom from St. Vincent and the Grenadines by, what's his name? Mad Cow? Oh, all right. I hope it's not the disease, eh? Mad Cow disease. All right, so now Mad Cow is the representative for the Auto Show from SVG. Good morning to all the fine folks up there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They have the Clash of the Islands coming up, and we will chat with him via Zoom and return. Don't go anywhere, Brick. It all continues after this.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, $5,000. Second place, $3,000. Third place, $2,000. Fourth place, $1,500, and fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, and we are about to head to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are expecting a representative from the Clash of the Islands car show. This show will take place, let me just pull up the information here. Yes, where did I send the information? Right. Okay, hold on. Let me know when he's there. Is there already? Okay. So there is the Clash of the Islands auto show coming up on St. Vincent Independence Weekend. We have a little video. Run the video now.
Yeah, there's your boy Cassie, and we back again for another episode of Road to St. Vincent, Clash of the Islands. This one is about the Clash of the Islands. Okay. 303 protectants of your vehicle. Hey, and we here again. Don't forget Pimp and Ride TT. Yes. So when you're talking about cars, you're talking about exotic, sexy vehicles, things that make women go, wow, mad cow. Let me ask you something. Why they call it mad cow?
The name was born quite some time ago with a race car.
So how the mad cow, where the mad cow come from?
That name was given to the car. That was painted like a cow.
Oh,
and
you see.
It had a shell like from day one. The vehicle itself was built by me and my workers. Yeah. We end up putting a double windscreen, a sunroof in the middle.
But anyhow, great.
And it broke that also.
Yeah.
So we went half-inch Lexan.
Real party going to take place in St. Vincent. What are you going to do about the body?
We're going to repaint it before we go, and then we have some product. But we had a 303.
Watch how it is work. 303 protectants of all vehicles, and that's what it's all about. Road to St. Vincent, Clash of the Islands, and I'm telling you, 23rd to the 27th, 5 days of car festival and music and people in St. Vincent. Yeah, so Mad Cow, what are going on in the back here?
Well,
what's the equipment and things?
Yesterday we started to rebuild. We're redesigning this. All the arms from here, we have it on top of the table there. Everything, the batteries, everything here yet, we need to take it out. But the arms, we took it out yesterday. So we're going to do some rebuilding for that trip.
Right. So we're going to look at some speakers. Let me tell you some kind of insane thing this man. Come and demodify some stuff. Come and see this. What going on here? Come here. What's going on here? I feel like I'm in Las Vegas.
To build a system like this, first we have to get the vehicles solid. These are 6 deaf-bound speakers, which is about some of the biggest, loudest deaf-bound speakers the world built. It's about roughly 15,000 now for one. It weighs 150 pounds.
It's all about the road to St. Vincent, Clash of the Islands, and from the 23rd of October to the 27th, 5 days of car festival, music, people, a whole entourage of people. Mad Cow is one of the people responsible for getting people there. If you want to get there, you need to contact us here. Now, what's the number again?
The number is 6820110. I will be instrumental in assisting and helping the vehicles transportation from Trinidad to St. Vincent.
All right, so that is the big car show coming up in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we will chat with Mad Cow here for a little bit. Morning, Mad Cow, what's going on?
Good morning, nice day.
Yeah, man. But I see you sitting down with all your trophies in the background there. So definitely a man in the game and very successful in the game at that. Let's find out a little bit more about the car show. So this is going to take place from the 23rd to the 27th of October?
Yes, there are different days that we do. One day music, one day drag racing, then we have off-roading, then they have the motorbikes. So we have a lot of things going on, like drag racing, drag bikes, drift cars, rally cars, off-road vehicles, and we have them from many different islands that would be there.
Brilliant. Well, I see it's Clash of the Islands. So I would imagine that, well, I know Trinidad and Tobago, the drag's big down here, up in Wallerfield. I know in Guyana, you also have drags that are a big thing in Guyana as well, and throughout the Caribbean. But where would the drags take place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
It'll be on the drag strip right up there. They have one drag strip. It'll be on the drag strip. Right next to that will be the car show.
Oh, okay. So they have a strip. They have a strip. Okay, brilliant.
They have a little strip there yes. And it will be done in a controlled environment and in sequence. We'll have a lot of we'll have marshals, we'll have fire extinguishers, we'll have the police, we will have fire service, we will have ambulance, we will have a proper scrutineering done on all the drag cars and most of the other vehicles that will be there for a successful and safe event.
And how many vehicles you all expect at this clash?
From Trinidad, we are expecting to take a minimum of 50 vehicles from Trinidad. 50? We have a huge boat that could accommodate a little more than 50 vehicles and about 300 passengers. We have a very good price for those who want to be there and want to go if it does not have a vehicle. Yeah?
Okay. 50.
Yeah, they can contact me. I am assisting and helping in the whole show itself. My number is 6820110.
All right. 6820110 people. All right. 50 cars coming up from Trinidad and Tobago. This will be in several different categories. Drag, music, show.
Yeah, we have drag racing vehicles, we have show cars vehicles, we have off-road vehicles, we have motorbikes, and we also have, we have the heavy rollers of Trinidad. Any music will be going there.
All right. And what about that car culture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Because down here the culture is it's huge. Like I said, I realize that fellas has real spend their money on their vehicle, boy. What is the culture like in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Well, all over the world, there is a car culture.
Yeah.
And the young guys coming there will always be on that. The people there are well respected and they respect the outsiders. Their hospitality is very high and they are welcoming us to that island. There are many islands coming there, from the Caribbean, We will have Barbados, we will have Grenada, we'll have Trinidad, we'll have Tobago, we have other islands, St. Vincent will be there.
All right, brilliant, man.
So, yeah, it's a very good and interesting event for us because presently in the Ayaska event that they have a Caribbean Championship, St. Vincent is very successful. Barbados also, even Trinidad. So it'll be nice to know that the guys Trinidad or the big clashes or the higher categories will be clashing with these guys up there.
Okay.
Meeting one-on-one with them would be a difference from they created a record in their country and we doing one in our country. Being together is a total different ambience.
All right. Let me ask you something now. All of this whole clash, well, obviously this is of a competitive nature. So what kind of price structure are we looking at here for the participants?
Well, the promoter, Mr. Roberts, he will later on have some other interviews and he will tell you about that. I am just helping in that. But he will tell you. But there are really nice giveaways and prizes. There are also some big rides that are taking place on the Independence Day. And they will have all the cars and bikes going to Bequia, I think, on a drive. So they will be on the road. Yeah.
I've never been
to... We haven't insurance for the vehicle so that they could drive the vehicle on the street over there.
Okay.
At a small cost also.
All right, brilliant. I've never been to Bequia. I've been to St. Vincent and Grenadines on a few occasions. I never got up to Bequia. I've always heard about Bequia. So, I mean, vehicles and everything heading up on that side, I can imagine it's going to be a terrific time up in Bequia. Now, this will happen on Independence Day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right?
Yes, that drive will be on Independence Day.
Okay.
But the full weekend of activities will take place from Saturday. I think we should be there in St. Vincent Friday. So we'll be there Saturday having a tech and June, Sunday having drag racing. Then it have the car show on Monday. Then they have the rally and the other stuff taking place on Tuesday. So our round trip will be there. I could be wrong.
Right.
This may to be confirmed, but Friday we'll be leaving Trinidad, and in St. Vincent we should be leaving there on Tuesday evening.
Okay.
The journey is only 10 hours from Trinidad to St. Vincent.
All right, brilliant. Well, this appears to be, it looking like it's going to be a big one. I mean, you have 50 cars coming up from Trinidad and Tobago, and I don't know how many others coming from all the other islands. But there's going to be a big clash throughout the Caribbean with everybody. I would imagine a lot of the islands being represented by their vehicles and their drivers and so on and so forth. Any final comments here before we run out of time in terms of the show itself? Any other information?
Final comment. Sorry. The final comment is that we are going to make a movie in St. Vincent. Believe me, it will be a great weekend.
All right, brilliant, man. And your number is, once again, 682-0110?
Yes, it is.
All right, so people, you can contact Mad Cow, 682-0110 if you're interested. This is the Clash of the Islands. It will take place on the 23rd to the 27th of October in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the Independence Weekend. It's an auto show featuring top models and the best show cars in the business. All right, so look out for live music, giveaways, drinks, food, and more. And get on board today. You can check them out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok and get more information there. All right, Mad Cow, take it easy, man. All right, drive safely, yeah?
Okay.
All right, man. That is Mad Cow on the inside St. Vincent and the Grenadines there. The big clash of the islands coming up. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Dr. Watson will be with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Breaking On continues.
Eden Heights Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, people, so we are back on Breaking Dawn this morning, and coming straight off the back of one Zoom interview into another, we have Dr. Watson with us, and this morning Dr. Watson will be talking about the Trinity Dictionary of Medical Terms. I'm very interested here. So let's say good morning to Dr. Watson. We are 7 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. Doc, morning to you, and the Trinity Dictionary of Medical Terms. Let's go.
Yes, Stephan, good morning. I thought this would be fun because in my 20 years of practice, you pick up terms that Trinidadians have switched in their unique, beautiful way in terms of how they've taken medical illnesses or diseases and put a little Trini twist in it. And I was trying to, in this dictionary, only using things that are unique to Trinidad. Some of these terms are also used in the Caribbean, but most of what I'm talking about today will be unique to Trinidad. And the first one, A, I couldn't find anything for A. In not in 20 years, and even with thinking hard and asking colleagues, did I come up with something that was unique to Trinidad that begins with A? But for B, we had quite a few. And I thought I would focus on Bobo foot, because that is a term that we use quite often when we see dark blemishes on the hands or the feet of people. And the true term for that is dermatitis or eczema, atopic dermatitis or eczema. And what that is when you have these allergies and you have this extremely sensitive like skin, and you end up with these little patches on different areas in your body, especially by the elbow and by behind the knees, and it itches and it can flare and could be very irritating. And how do we treat this? Who gets ectopic dermatitis? We can't really tell who, but for people that do have it, we strongly recommend that they look at their diet. A lot of times things like cheese and dairy can trigger it. But the biggest thing that can trigger it is also using scented products, detergents, all those nice smelly soaps, etc. So we tend to tell people that have eczema or bobo foot to please just use things that have no scent, and scented soaps, creams, and detergents, and those things should help ease the discomfort and the rashes on the hand.
All right.
And I went forward, I did C, because I could find, I had a few for C, but I decided to home in on cattle boil. You remember what cattle boil is, Stephan?
Yep.
Right, so with cattle boil is when you have an infection in the upper or the lower eyelid, where you have these oil glands, and the oil gland, it gets trapped. The oils get trapped in the upper or lower eyelid, and you get this lump being formed. And what is really, that's called a chalazion, right? But in Trinidad we call it that, so it's unique. The cattle boil word is unique to our culture. And how do you deal with that? Now, first of all, the causes of it, sometimes people that have very long lashes, people that don't really take care. I mean, people, they talk about poor hygiene for the eyes, but the truth is nobody really focuses on the eyes when they're doing routines. So people that have very long lashes or are prone to having these lumps being formed. So some people are more prone than others. So please wash your lashes with some baby shampoo, and that helps. Don't borrow makeup from people, especially eyeliners. And if you have makeup brushes that go close to the eye, or you have makeup that goes close to the eye, please don't either wash your brushes often, or don't keep an eyeliner for 10 years. You understand? If you're using an eyeliner for 1 year, pitch it away and buy another eyeliner before you get infections. And in order to treat these things, this is a real old school way that I treat it. A lot of people rush to the doctor to get it cut, but you don't need to do that. If it comes up the first time, and it's a fresh cattle boil or chalazion is a medical term. You have to boil some hot water, put a tea bag in it, and put it as hot as you can without burning your eye, because around the eye is very, very sensitive. So you put a tea bag on the eye. People ask me what kind of tea. It don't matter. It's just the tea bag I want, right? It could be any kind of tea. And then when you put it on the eye, and you're doing this for about 10 to 15 minutes, putting it in the hot water, putting it back on the eye without burning yourself, as hot as you could bear it without damaging yourself. Then you take a Q-tip or a cotton bud, or however it's called, and you press on the area where you've seen the lump. And eventually, as you do this over time, sometimes it takes a few days, eventually it will pop and all will be well. If you're doing this and it doesn't pop and it leaves a lump, then is when you go across to see a doctor and the ophthalmologist, and they are the ones that will actually make the incision and clear it out for you. Right? So C is cattle boil. Now D is for dropsy.
Dropsy.
I remember dropsy. I remember in high school we used to say, "Oh, he bepping."
Yeah,
like,
bepping. Yeah, bepping is the normal word. Yeah.
So D is for dropsy, but I could have shoved the B for bepping, but I say let me use the D for dropsy. And this is when you are extremely tired all the time and you are falling asleep all over the place, and people just watch you and say, "I see that man, maybe a dropsy or what?" Meaning that he just sleeping anywhere. You're watching a movie, sleeping, in the taxi, sleeping, in the classroom, he's sleeping. So you need to, what causes dropsy? Well, anything that can make you extremely tired. Well, the elderly for sure, they suffer with a lot of dropsy because as they get much older, they fall asleep more often. That's just a natural thing that happens. If you're not sleeping properly in the night, like you have insomnia, you're unable to sleep. If it is that you have something called sleep apnea, where you are sort of stifling in the night, you're snoring and you're kind of stifling during the course of the night, and you kind of wake up because you're snoring or you're unable to breathe. And other things like a bad anemia, let's say you have a very low blood count, whether it be from an iron deficiency or vitamin B deficiency. It could be that you're ill, you have some underlying illness that we need to find out about. So you may have to go and get checks and see what that could be causing. Things like thyroid, if having a hypothyroid, a thyroid that is not functioning properly, it's on the lower level of functioning. So all of these things can cause dropsy. And if you are having this, or you notice somebody's having that, please go check your doctor to see if there's some underlying cause for your dropsy. Well, E, I couldn't find nothing. F, I find plenty thing, but I thought I'd focus on fry boils or 5 balls, as we say in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's really fibroids, right? So the medical term is fibroids, but a lot of people over my 20 years used to come into my practice and they would say they have 5 balls or fry boils, all right? So, and just, I mean, we're not trying to make fun of them. I just say how unique Trinidad is. And twisting, or it's just how they hear things. You know, when you're a child and you're hearing things, but you can't grasp it, but you think this is what people say into you.
Yeah.
So that is your fibroids. Why do people get fibroids more than others? We are not too sure. There are multiple different reasons that we think that you do develop fibroids, and this is a non-malignant. It's not a cancerous growth that happens in the uterus. It's more prone when you have all these different hormone imbalances. It could cause it because it feeds off of hormone, feeds off of estrogen and progesterone. It's more prominent in the Black population. It could be an issue with your diet or your genetics. people that have a high rate of it in their family, their mother, their sisters, they tend to get it more often. And the symptoms of fibroids, Stephan, would be things like a very painful or very heavy periods,
Right.
a lot of cramping, sometimes very prolonged periods because of these fibroids. And sometimes you can see a distension in the tummy because the fibroids can get really big. It looks like if you're pregnant. And what do we do in cases like that? Well, if you have severe symptoms like severe anemia, extreme pain and discomfort, because sometimes the fibroid could be so big, it can actually compress on your intestine and other organs. It can cause constipation, severe lower back pain, many different things that fibroids can trigger. And if it's really horrible and terrible like that, instead of keeping the womb inside, especially if you completed your family, because another thing fibroids can do is if you have many fibroids, it can also cause multiple miscarriages. So some doctors, if you're still wanting a family, will opt to remove the fibroids, and if you've completed your family, we remove the uterus itself, or now we have a new technology where you actually do something called an embolectomy, where you would inject dye directly towards the area of the fibroids and clamp off its blood supply and hence cause it to shrink. So that is our A to F in the Trini dictionary today, Stephan. I hope it was educational for everyone out there. And for next week, I thought we could just continue the dictionary. And what are the words I give you there, Stephan? I give you our last.
In which one?
Last one. I say next Thursday we'll talk about
fisheye,
finicky,
gas,
finicky, any kind of OCD, right? You have this, right? So finicky, fisheye, people who have gas all over in their shoulder, their back, they knee, their ankle, and they have gas, and when they rub these areas, they belch. I don't know why, but we're gonna talk about this gas that magically is all over in their back and everywhere.
All right.
We're gonna talk about heart and hernia, not hernia, hernia, and we'll talk about heart. When people have anything going on, they say, oh God, it's my heart, I suffer with my heart. We are not too sure what all of that is, but we're gonna talk about information. When you have a pussy abscess somewhere, you have information. Not inflammation.
Not inflammation, yeah.
You have information, and don't forget J, which is Jare and Junjini. So that will be our next topic next other Thursday, where we will continue the diary of medical terms, explain it, and tell you how to deal with it.
All right, brilliant. Well, the guys in the back would know that the one that would apply to me might be dropsy. Fellas? Yeah. They know that. Yeah, they said I just knock out, I just fall asleep anywhere. But that has been cured. That has been cured. I'm getting more sleep these days. For one reason or the other. I don't know why. But Doc, thanks a lot for joining us this week, and we will speak with you week after next. I think we will be. No, we'll be in Trinidad still. We don't go to New York until the week after, I believe. All right, so we should be in the country. Okay? So thanks a lot.
Okay,
all right, bye. Nice. So that is Dr. Watson on the inside, and I got to say, boy, fellas, I thought, I only know she was going through, when she's going through dropsy. I know all I was thinking about me in the back there. I know that. I know all she had thought for me. All right, so Doc will continue with the Trini Dictionary of Medical Terms. Is that very interesting? I like this one. She's making it fun. All right, we got some birthdays to get to, and then we're out of here. No break, right? I think we paid all our commitments already. Before we go to that, I got to remind people about Seth Wyola board. Seth has the Holistic Health Clinic. Do not forget to check him out. You can start reversing those diseases naturally and book an appointment today with Seth Wyola board, all right? And you can also, now remember this is all about nutritional therapy, no supplements, no drugs, nothing like that, right? You could also order his book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. You can make sure and order that book. It's a terrific read. You could pick it up at RIK bookstores nationwide. You can also get it on Gumroad. That's a digital copy. It's available on Amazon. And if you're in Tobago, you could pick it up at Nelson's in Tobago. All right, so give him a call, 7611952. That is 7611952 or 2793935. That is Seth Viola Board and the Holistic Health Clinic. Check him out today. All right, let's go. Here we go. Please wish Carissa a very happy 21st birthday. Let her know how much we love her and how proud we are of her. Wishing her a wonderful day from her mom, dad, and 2 sisters. Carissa, happy birthday. Also, birthday greetings going out to Miss Thelma Ragunanan. Happy 81st birthday. God continue to bless always from your husband, your children, and the rest of the family. So, Mrs. Thelma, happy birthday to you. Celebrate life, man. Also, we got to say happy birthday going out to Chef Shiraz. Chef celebrates 58 years today, the 20th of August. And Chef has not contacted us about cooking for us tomorrow. I think he should just come, set up, and I will cook breakfast for him. Oh, that song? That sounds like a bad idea. Boy, I'll see if he comes in tomorrow. I'll see. Let me message him one time. But happy 50th birthday going out to Chef Shiraz and, of course, everybody at the Culinary Academy, all the lives that he has touched over his years and at the Culinary Academy and personally, his wife, his children, everybody. Happy birthday. And all of us here at Synergy TV, we want to say happy birthday to you. All right? Wait, does somebody win the lotto, boy? No? Oh, nobody win the lotto? Nobody win the lotto? Yeah, boy. I almost get bad news like anyway. I am now seeing here the lotto has now rolled to $22,234,177.74. 22 million, guys. Let me come up with some numbers and play for Saturday now, man. All right? Let me see if we can win that 22 million. And you know the person that got 5 numbers without the Powerball got $1 million? You think paying good now, boy? Yeah, boy. That's, now you right there. $1 million is no money. By the time you fix that Swift, hey, let me get to the last 2 birthdays. Good morning, Stephan. We want to send happy 18th birthday greetings to daughter Aliyah Alexander. May God richly bless her with good health, happiness, and prosperity to see many more birthdays to come. From her dad, David, mom, Heather, and brother, Ricardo. Also sending out congratulations to her in the success of her CAPE results. Thank you, Mr. Stephan, and God blessings to you. Well, congratulations to you, Aliyah Alexander, on your CAPE results, and a happy 18th birthday to you as well. Nice, man. Big people party thing. And finally, we got to say good morning, happy birthday going out to Julian Surujmal. Julian Surujmal, may you be blessed and have a wonderful day from your grandchildren. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. Sorry, same email. I now going to say grandchildren are watching the suit and the tie and thing. What grandchildren he could have? All right, so good morning. We would like to wish Kevin Surujmal a happy birthday. May your golden birthday be full of laughter, joy, lots of blessings and happiness coming from your cousin Philly, second cousin Sasha, and Syra, and third cousins Sophia and Elijah. So happy birthday going on to Kevin, man. Enjoy your day. Just to let you guys know, as we roll out here today, tomorrow we expensive. However, because of the taxes, of course, on the alcohol that went up last year, alcohol has gotten extremely expensive. We'll be talking to our friends at the import-export company, but we did have to raise the price slightly. Not too much, because everybody telling me, this is Stephan, that $500 and drinks inclusive. That real good, because you have to remember, when you pay $500, people just feel you're paying $500 and I can't drink $500. And no, it's not that. You're paying for the DJs, you're paying for the entertainment. You know what I mean? Remember, the entertainment does cost money, You understand what I'm telling you? Especially when you have top-of-the-line entertainment that we're looking at for this year. So, get yourself ready. The dress code will be festive. All right? And it will be a big people party. So for all the big people who you ain't nowhere to go because you're in here in your type of music, you want to party like the old days, you want a little, nostalgic feeling, we're gonna bring that to you at the Breaking Dawn Christmas party this year. So look out for that. Until tomorrow, people, we out. All right? Tickets for the party will be available from September the 1st. All right? And we're looking at TrinbagoEvents.com as the online and island tickets, and I will let you know where the physical tickets will be available, but get your tickets early. I beg you to get your tickets early. We're coming down in town for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party this year. We out. Until tomorrow, people, have a great day.